Well, hello, Aquarius. Aquarius, this is your card for today, and this is going to talk about be immune to others' opinions. So, Aquarius, it's very similar to the previous reading. This card, though, is quite different. See, being immune to others' opinions is going to be something that you may have to deal with today. It is something that is rather a difficult thing sometimes because we tend to take others people's opinions and use them as gold. In other words, we listen to what a lot of people say. Hearing other people's opinions, Aquarius, is more about getting people's point of views on certain things. However, it is only to gather some information, and then it is up to you to finalize or make the final decision about what you will or won't do. The back of the card speaks about what others say and do is a projection of their own reality. Now let's talk about that part for a minute. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, meaning that the way someone else lives, because of their circumstances, their situations, the battles that they've fought, the things that they've gone through, maybe they have experiences that you have not experienced as of yet. However, Aquarius, you are the wiser one because you too have your own battle scars. You too have been uplifted in many ways, and yet at the same time, you have been knocked down over and over. But yet you always manage to get back up. So as this said, as what others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Now this card, again, was for another reading prior to you guys as well. But I wanted to share this with you because the energy felt the same. The energy definitely felt the same. So now, the card that was actually for you, I'm going to show you that now, which is stay in the present moment. Okay? Now, this other card that I had used first was something that was a message for you. It was important for you to hear that. Why? I'm sure that you'll comment down below and it'll make sense. But this card speaks about keep your attention on today. Today. Not yesterday, not last week, not last month, not last year, but today. Stay in the present moment. This is the beginning of a new understanding and a new dream. You guys have accomplished so much in the past year that it's been amazing, really an amazing journey. When you look back, and some things, yeah, you're still working on, and not everything has been fixed, true. But you are on an amazing journey at this point. When you keep your focus centered on what's going on today, it's much easier than focusing on the past. The past will only bring you back over and over again because you're feeding energy into it. So I want you to be really careful about that. Also, it is important to focus on this present because in the past, you may have been one of the ones who couldn't let go or felt a lot of regret from things that happened in the past. A lot of you worried anxiously about then and the future from then, where you're at now. So in the past, you worried anxiously about now, the present now. But back then it was considered the future. You're now in that future part that you were worried about, and you're doing quite well. For a lot of you, it is important to focus on the future Because focusing on the future gives you something to look ahead to. It gives you something to look forward to. It gives you hope. It inspires you. It'll encourage you to be your best you yet. It'll take you beyond the present, and it guides your actions from the present into the future. If you can try to find a way to live like tomorrow didn't exist and end up paying a heavy price, definitely people who live like tomorrow doesn't exist pay a heavy price because they're not preparing themselves for what's to come. It's kind of like when you know your child has the potential to catch a cold or get a fever, or, perhaps your dog, needs to get checked up at the vet. So you prepare for these things ahead of time. You know it might rain, so you bring an umbrella. You know your car needs gas, so you're going to fill it up if you know, hey, I got a big trip I'm going to make this weekend. I need a full tank. So preparing for tomorrow is one of the best things that you can do. Keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment. However, there is nothing wrong with preparing today, the present, for tomorrow. Now, for some of you, you can't change the past. A lot of people are still living in the past. A lot of people are still responding in different situations with different subjects, different relationships, work, school, family. You're still reacting, is a good word. You're reacting the same way you did in the past because you have these triggers, or people know how to trigger you and get that certain response from you that's not always good. A lot of you get scared because you don't know what the future may hold, and I understand that. But we've all heard the saying that you can't change the past, but you can change the future. So it's not how you start, but it is how you finish. Once milk has been spilt, all you can do is clean it up and try not to spill it again. Even though it's true, we should focus on actually enjoying life and being present for it. A lot of you show up to work every single day, but some of you aren't really present. Understand what I mean by that? A lot of you show up in a relationship. Maybe every night after work, you show up and you're there at the relationship that you're in. Whether it's a relationship with your family, a relationship with your friends, a relationship with yourself. But you're not really present. A lot of you stop trying. A lot of your partners stop trying. A lot of you at work just go in and follow the routine. You don't have that excitement that you had when you first started that job. Remember, when you first started that job, it was so important for you to go in and do such a good job. Or when you first started that business, it was so important for you to just go in and really, really create something or make it great. Make people want to come in. Make people want to buy. Make people want to spend. Make people want to do it. Now you're just showing up. Now you're just maintaining, at the very least, maintaining. A lot of you may have some anxiety about the future, and that's understandable. But the present is where everything is happening, so why not spend more time in the present? For a lot of you, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Flex your shoulders, move them around, lift them up, lift them down, do circles with them. Bend your ankles. Wiggle your toes. Take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel where you are right now. A lot of you have emotions where You just feel like you could cry forever. A lot of you have emotions where you just don't give a shit anymore. A lot of you have gotten to the point where you're just so exhausted with trying to fix everything that you're just overwhelmed and you just don't know what else to do. A lot of you Aquarians have given so much, and all you're doing is waiting for somebody to give back to you. You're waiting to take away the positives from something that you've already been through. There are things in your past experiences, even though they may not have all been good things, but there are things still there that you can take from there and bring it to your present and turn it around into something positive. Some of you struggled with addiction, and now you are in recovery. When you start to feel weak in your present recovery, remember the jail, remember the hospitals, remember the overdoses, remember the police, remember the handcuffs, remember the people threatening you in jail. Remember missing your bed, remember missing a shower, remember missing eating the good food, remember missing your family and friends or your children. You don't have to be in that mindset of a victim. When you do get into that mindset of a victim, you often allow yourself to go backwards or to get stuck in the past. But you are no longer the victim here. If anything, any mistakes that you may have made or anything that didn't work out to the way you wanted them to, there's no reason to cry tears over something that you cannot change anymore. Something that you cannot go back in time and fix. Let your tears come until you can cry no more. Or scream into the pillow until the frustration ends and you exhaust yourself. Let it all out in order to let go of the past and live a happy life. All that is meant for you is to live a happy life. With that being said, that is your message. That is your message for today.